सेव किया था ना?
मैं सिर्फ इसलिए गया था क्योंकि उसने मुझे कॉल किया, that's it. But listen तो.
Save it for someone else.
जिंदगी में सेव करना जरूरी है, मगर जब बात पैसों की हो, सिर्फ सेविंग से काम नहीं चलेगा। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट कीजिए और अपने सेविंग्स को आगे बढ़ने का मौका दीजिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
The 6-part OTT series Kohrra with a double R, directed by Randeep Jha and created by Sudeep Sharma and currently running on Netflix, has its central character speak a line that's insightful as well as prescient about the state of Punjab. Of course, such harsh truths are often spoken when both the speaker and the listener are both at a high enough spiritual level. You know what I mean by spiritual. Spiritual level comes from spirit. Suvinder Vicky, playing Sub-Inspector Balbir Singh, the central character, tells his sidekick and pal, Assistant Sub-Inspector Amarpal Garundi, played by Barun Sobti, ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੈਜੇਡੀ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਸਾਡਾ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਪਾਵੋ ਐਟੀਟਿਊਡ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕੇਸ ਸੋਲਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਬਸ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। My best effort at translation would be, do you know what our Punjab's tragedy is? Bury the truth and move on. We want solve a case, we won't resolve a case, we'd rather close it and be done with it. खाना पूरी करके आगे निकल जाओ. Of course, the context in this case is a serious investigation into multiple murders in a complex web of emotion, many strands of sexuality, narcotics, immigration, and at least 4 awfully dysfunctional Punjabi Sikh families, 4 of them. Balbir is bemoaning the fact that he is under pressure by the bosses who want to wrap up the case by charging just the obvious and lowly suspect, the lowly usual suspect, while he thinks the real perpetrators, the real puppeteers are much higher up. They are people of a higher station in life and they will get away, but he's bemoaning the fact that my bosses don't care as long as we can blame somebody and say he did it and charge the person, charge some poor fellow, poor defenseless fellow, and shut the case, close the case and move on instead of solving it, getting to the truth and solving it. It's the season of Punjab in popular culture. There have recently been several movies and OTT serials, not just the usual balle balle item number here and there. Koora is sharp in that it takes a much wiser look than many we have seen or read lately at the consequences of a 2-decade stall and relative decline in this critical border state of ours. This is so creatively insightful, Koora, that you wonder how come some of the same key filmmakers who made Koora, they also made that super idiotic Urta Punjab. I use strong language like that very carefully and very rarely, but I just thought that Urta Punjab was completely unreal. It painted a totally fictional and unfair picture of Punjab and cruelly unfair picture of Punjab. Nevertheless, this production now, Koora, has a similar mix: drugs, hormones, class, patriarchy, misogyny and crime. But without the exaggeration and noise, it is much closer to reality and makes you think, particularly at a time when we have seen a new government in Punjab trying new ideas and the Prime Minister making an outreach to the Sikh community in every major speech. That there is concern about Punjab is a very good thing, and that the concern cuts across party lines is an even better thing. But the solution is not merely to make sympathetic noises, express solidarity, offer another 20,000 jobs, 20,000 government jobs, offer free power or praise the religion, underwrite pilgrimages and so on. All that would amount to what Balbir Singh is complaining about, mitti pav, which means ignore the real problems, just do something about the situation and move on as if nothing happened. All the multiple tragedies that Kohrra is built around are rooted in the proud state's stall and decline over the past quarter century, 25 years. The Punjabis know how to weather adversity. They did so after partition and later after the phase of terror and militancy ended in 1993. Then the state lost its way. It missed the post-1991 industrial revolution. It used to be India's number one or richest state in per capita income, richest large state, 1 crore plus population. It was the richest in those terms until 1999-2000. Now it is number 13 from 1 to 13. Or okay, number 12 if we confine our comparisons to the 21 states with GDP, with state GDP above rupees 1 trillion. This would remove Goa, the richest state, but a tiny one. So take out the tiny state, look at the bigger states, each one with an economy of more than 1 trillion rupees. Punjab is now number 12. At rupees 1,69,000 or 1.69 lakh per capita, Punjab has fallen way behind its two separated siblings, Haryana, rupees 2.65 lakhs, and Himachal Pradesh, rupees 2 lakhs. Himachal and Haryana, as we know, had come out of Punjab. Telangana, by the way, tops the list right now at rupees 2.7 lakhs. Of course, Delhi is higher, but I am not counting Delhi because Delhi is a city state. Telangana tops the list at rupees 2.7 lakhs, followed by Karnataka, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, and Gujarat. What's common is easy to see. Each of these states has urbanized generally, but also built major urban centers that became magnets for new economy industries. New economy is not just tech, new economy is finance, it's fintech, it's edtech, all of this is new economy. So these new cities became magnets for new economy industries. Punjab has done no such thing, even Haryana built Gurgaon. A similar story plays out with the rates of GDP growth over the past 10 years, that is 2011-12 to 2021-22. As I use this data, by the way, you will also see the graphics run on your screen at the same time. So please do keep an eye on those as well. Among the 21 major states with trillion rupee plus economies, Punjab is 6th from the bottom. 6th from the bottom with 5% GDP growth. In the same decade, Gujarat topped with 8.4%, while Karnataka and Haryana were second with 7.3% and 6.7% respectively. And you know what? The much maligned Bimaru constituent Madhya Pradesh is bracketed 4th with Haryana. And Punjab, hold your breath, languishes at the same level as Bihar on the growth rate chart. Of course, Punjab's overall per capita income is much higher than Bihar. The base is much higher, Bihar's base is much lower. But in terms of growth rates, percentage growth rates, they have the same percentage growth rates. Punjab has remained trapped in farming. It has many cities, but all indicators would show it is still essentially a rural state, rural economy, or a urban state in many areas. The fact that so much popular culture, especially the Yash Chopra genre, has romanticized its lush fields, sarson, mustard, music, and extroverted, if you got it, you flaunted style, it does not change the reality that Punjab is a state in deep decline, living on past glory. If anything, its deep, often boisterously expressed pride and self-esteem are now facing a brutal reality check, which explains drugs at one end and the madness for immigration at the other. Manufacturing, services, and even the big job creators like apparel and hosiery either haven't come up or have declined. Agriculture now accounts for about 30% of Punjab's state GDP, or GSDP as it's called, which is the same as Rajasthan's at about 30%, and behind Madhya Pradesh at 44%, Andhra Pradesh at 36%. All these states have one thing in common with Punjab. They haven't created new urban magnets for investment, talent, and growth. Punjab might still have at least slowed its decline if only its farm sector was growing like its peers. It is now way slower than even Madhya Pradesh. The same self-congratulatory smugness that led to its decline in so many sectors, including sports, has marked farming as well. That the state was in the forefront of the anti-farm law movement underlies that story. No state needed agricultural reform more than Punjab, given the talent and entrepreneurship of its farmers that created the Green Revolution. Yet, none was more opposed to it. No other state was so opposed to farm laws as Punjab, which actually needed them the most. Where did it come from? It came from broken politics, decades of frustration, and the single focus evolution of its entrepreneurial virility, which was emigrate. Go to Canada, go to the US, go to UK. The grim picture this data paints of Punjab won't be evident to a visitor. Punjab actually has very little visible poverty. No slum sprawls, no no sprawls of kacha homes. You'll find the odd ones, but not really. Village after village of kacha homes. Very little destitution, in fact almost no visible destitution. This doesn't have to be counterintuitive either, as there is data to support this too. The percentage of people below the poverty line in Punjab at 4.75% is among the lowest in the country. Of the major states, only Tamil Nadu and Kerala are doing better. They have a lower rate of population below the poverty line. This is poverty as measured by Niti Aayog's latest multi-dimensional poverty report and ratings. Where is the problem then? Punjab also has among the lowest inequality levels in India, which is so far so good. But if its overall GDP has stalled, it also implies that Punjab also has too few rich people, very few really poor people and too few rich people. This week's national interest was also sparked by an opinion piece on Kohrra in the Indian Express by Allahabad University faculty member Smriti Suman, who used the expression neoliberal twice to underline what ails Punjab and which the series portrays. That led us on a search for data, which shows the opposite, exact opposite. That far from being a victim of too much neoliberalism, the trap in which Punjab is caught can only be described as agrarian feudal patriarchy. If anything, the state can do with a dollop of neoliberalism to break out of this. Or, given its lack of poverty, inequality, and the absence of the really wealthy, you could also see it as a socialist utopia. The Punjabis don't want it. They don't want this socialist utopia, because if they did, they won't be living it. And because they don't like it, they are now fleeing it. They are voting with their feet. They just want any visa to a Western country and get the hell out of Punjab. There is an entire Gurdwara in a place called Talhan along Grand Trunk Road, almost across from the lovely Professional University or LPU campus near Jalandhar, dedicated to immigration. People present tiny airliner models here in the hope that Vaheguru will soon give them a ticket, passport and visa to leave Punjab and leave India. Last week, bristling at one such misdemeanor at the Golden Temple, the Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee, on the advice of Sri Akal Takht Sahib, asked devotees or ordered devotees to desist from doing any such again at a Gurdwara. It is just that these are mere aeroplane miniatures that cost a couple of ₹100 a piece. Veera Soni of Koora is willing to dump a boyfriend she loves to embrace an quote-unquote arranged UK NRI groom to be, and when he's murdered on the day of the wedding, yet another arranged groom within a fortnight from Canada. Any which way, at any price, she will dump a boyfriend she says she loves because she must leave Punjab and go overseas to the West. So what does it tell us? It tells us that the leaders of Punjab have failed it and its people want out.